Habari Zam China. My name is Stacy Hill, and I'm here conducting an interview at the end of our Fulbright Hayes Study Abroad program for the 2018-2019 year in Tanzania. So I'm here in the neighborhood of Mikocheni in Dar es Salaam, and I'm going to interview a very good friend of mine who I'd like for him to introduce himself now.
Yes, my name is Kulumba. I was born in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Karibuni sana. Well, what else should I say?
Well, can you tell us a little about yourself? Because from what I understand, you have not always lived here.
Yes, actually, when I was 24, 1995, I had a chance to go to the United States. And when I got there, my brother and my family members picked me up from the airport and they took me to Queens. And the Queens that I remember is just from the movie, Eddie Murphy movie, coming to America. So, I feel like I was just coming to America because I was in Queens. And I stayed there for a little bit. And I had a friend in Syracuse, so I moved to Syracuse, New York. Stayed there maybe for a couple of years. And I moved back to New York, New Rochelle. New Rochelle, I stayed there maybe another couple of years. And I moved to Harlem, at 129 St. Nicholas in Harlem. And to me, that was everything because I wanted to live in Harlem. I wanted to see the essence, the African American. You have the Spanish here, and you have, it's a blend of culture that I wanted to be a part of. Yeah.
Okay. Did you stay in New York?
I stayed in Harlem, and then from there, I moved to Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, where I met my wife. And I think we got married in 2003, and we've been married ever since. And in 2012, we decided to come home. So here we are, and I'm glad that you guys here and experience the same thing I did from here to America, and you guys see the Africa that is very important for you guys to experience as well.
Yes, it has been important, and it's been a learning experience. It's been a life-changing experience. So just for a little background, there have been 17 of us educators that have come from the United States to learn about Tanzanian culture, history, the people, the language, all the things that Tanzania has to offer. And we've stayed for 5 weeks, and it's just been a wonderful experience. So with that being said, we know that a lot of people, especially my students, I'm an educator, will not necessarily have the opportunity, at least not anytime soon, to come to Tanzania and have the experiences that we did. So what I want to ask you is, what can you tell my students or any students in the United States about Tanzania and the things that we have learned in terms of history, culture, people?
I think, to make it easy, Tanzania is very peaceful. And that's the beautiful thing about Tanzania. That's why even Dar es Salaam is called Dar es Salaam. It's an Arabic word for harbor of peace. When the Arabs came here, they were like, wow, it's so peaceful. So it's called, this is a commercial city. It's called Dar es Salaam, which is in Arabic, harbor of peace. And we've been enjoying the peace for a long time. So that's one thing that I know about Tanzania. The second thing I say, the people. The people are nice. Not as aggressive in other African countries. People are united. And the third thing, there's no tribalism in Tanzania. And the reason for that, after our independence in the 60s, we decided to make Swahili as a national language. And it's taught in schools. And so everybody through that, I think the power of the language, because we speak one language, it doesn't mean we don't have our own traditional languages. Like we have over 250 dialects. But our president, the founder, realized that if everybody speaks their own language, we'll be divided. And he wanted to unite the nation. And Swahili became the national language that is taught and spoken ever in Tanzania. Which in a sense, even in Kenya, tried to adapt the same thing to make Swahili one of their main languages, but not the national language. And as you see now, after 50 years of African independence, a lot of countries in Africa want to use Swahili as their language so they can unite the people. So those are the main things about Tanzania. We have beautiful beaches to visit to. We have Serengeti here. We have Ngorongoro Crater. And we have all minerals. We are blessed. This is a country that has almost everything, every resources in the world you can find in Tanzania. And we're still, developing country, but we are heading toward, I think, the right direction because we are focusing on infrastructure. So when people come to invest, it'll be easier to get to different places easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see the future of Tanzania as being rather bright.
Very bright, because I think even some other countries in Africa, they know that there's something here. Because back in the days, the only tourists used to come here would be like maybe Caucasians, very few African Americans, and other people from Africa. It was very few to see African as a tourist or African American as a tourist. But now we see people are coming here, not only from America, even in Africa, come to tour in Tanzania to see what's special about this place, because we have peace, So I think our future is bright as long as the country stay peaceful as it is. Then now, and hope it's going to be there forever, like that, peaceful country.
So if someone wanted to come here, and not just a vacation, but wanting to contribute, what do you think people could contribute to the growth and development of Tanzania?
To me, it's education, because if you look in the African system, the education is still an old system, and the world has changed. You cannot compare a 12-year-old who studies in America system, majority, and the one who studied here, because we don't have the tools. I mean, some classrooms, especially in the primary schools, the teacher will teach about computer, but will draw on the board. Kids don't have the hands-on on the computer system or whatever in this new era of generation that needs, because these kids needs to see these things live, not just from the books, just reading about operating systems and stuff like that. So I think the tools are more important, so we can compete with the rest of the world, especially the Europeans and the Americans. Yeah, that's one thing I think. Education. And the thing is, to me, I don't know, I'm advocate in terms of culture. When I was in the States, I realized that most of my African American brothers and sisters didn't have, the knowledge of what really Africa is. So if we have some sort of an institution, that can connect us, so that Africans know about African Americans and African Americans know about Africa. So if we have more African Americans like you guys come and see the culture, it'll be easier for them to understand. Once you are a teacher, so when you go back and teach your student, they can understand, because you're there, you have evidence, you have pictures, you have videos, so this is Africa, so it's important. Even the new generation of African Americans, eventually they need to come here so they can learn about their ancestry and the history, by coming here, not by what they see on TV. Yeah.